Hello, I'm Anya Shiel, Head of the Department of Music at the University of York. I'm really pleased to welcome you to this online open day. Although we can't be together in person at the moment, I hope you'll still get a really good sense of what it's like to study with us. And I know many of my colleagues will be looking forward to answering your questions later on in the virtual chat room. This video is a general introduction to the Department of Music for everyone interested in studying here. I'd encourage you also to watch the course overview videos to find out more detailed information about the BA Music and the BA Music and Sound Recording. So let's start with some basic information about the department. We're a top department for music teaching and research. We're a big and active department with a wide range of expertise. Our staff includes internationally recognised composers, performers and researchers, working in all sorts of different fields, from musicology to music technology, performance-related research to music education, and music psychology to community music. We have about 180 undergraduates and over 200 postgraduate students. This large postgraduate community is significant. It shows how much our teaching and research is respected. People from all over the world choose to do follow-up advanced study here after their undergraduate degrees. We are active in the local community too. We've got a big programme of weekly concerts. Students go out into the community to do performances, workshops at schools and various types of events. And our department is an important force in the musical life of the City of York. Let me give you some numbers to back all this up. In the most recent National Research Excellence Framework, which measures the quality of university research, 96% of our research was judged to be internationally recognised. The university as a whole has a Gold Award in the National Teaching Excellence Framework, which assesses the quality of teaching across the university sector. In the major national league tables, we're currently in position 12 to 14. League tables can be useful, but they're very numbers driven and can't give you the full reality of studying at an institution. Certainly nothing can substitute for the experience of coming and seeing for yourselves what we can offer and learning about our core values. We really hope that you will be able to do that soon, because we're confident that we can show you that music at York is special. And here's what's special. We study theory and practice all together. We push for the highest standards in practical music, performance, composition, technology and so on, while also offering the really excellent academic foundation you would expect from a Russell Group university. I want to outline some of the core values of the department, the things you'd expect to notice if you come to study here. The first of these, and one of the things students comment most on, is the sense of community across all undergraduate years, postgraduates and staff. At York, we do things together. Students spend a lot of time in the department, not just studying, but also meeting friends, rehearsing together, doing creative projects together, and therefore getting to know not just their peers, but also staff and postgraduates as well. This makes for a very creative environment where collaboration takes place across the entire community. This collaboration is also embedded in the curriculum. At BA level, a lot of our teaching happens across all 3 years, with students from different year groups integrated. We choose to teach almost entirely in small seminar groups of about 10 to 20. There are very few large whole cohort lectures. This leads to a lot of interaction and discussion. Critical thinking is hugely important to us. We want students who are actively engaged in conversation with staff. We are there to support your discovery and open new doors to allow you to have big ambitions. This way of working sets our students up to build musical communities wherever they go after York, because they know the value of working with others to make new things happen. Another core value lies in the quality of our teaching. In particular, we're really committed to teaching that is led by research. So what does that mean? We as staff are always expanding our own musical knowledge and activity by asking questions and conducting research. This active process forms the basis for our teaching. We don't teach from textbooks here. You'll be learning directly from professionals who are expanding the boundaries of their respective fields. Take Martin Suckling, for example, who is pictured on this slide. His composition is based on research questions to do with musical expression and fresh approaches to harmony. It's performed by ensembles like the London Symphony Orchestra, BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra, and Scottish Chamber Orchestra, and it's been nominated for and has won several awards. Or there's our resident music psychologist, Hauke Egerman, who works on European-funded projects to research the effects of music on audiences, and whose research has featured on the BBC and in major British and European media outlets. So what all this means is that our courses are based on real-life research with real-world applications. This feeds into our approach to assessment too. Whichever course you study here, you'll have real freedom to tailor your assessments to suit your interests and to use them as a way for preparing for life after university. There are no written exams in any of our courses and no set essay titles. Our modules are assessed in ways that make sense for the topics you're studying. In some modules, you might write essays on topics you choose, but you might also have the opportunity to be assessed as a performer or a composer, or through a piece of music production or a community placement. The specific focus of your assessment can be negotiated with your tutor for each module. And in your third year, you'll get the chance to put together a substantial piece of independent work to demonstrate how far you've come. We don't call it a dissertation because it's much broader than that. It might be a big essay, but it could just as easily be an album of original music, an online installation, a carefully curated recital, a music education event, or a film score. You have the freedom to explore whatever interests you with one-to-one support from a staff expert. With all that in mind, it shouldn't surprise you that our students go on to all sorts of fascinating and successful careers within the music industry and beyond it. People are always really impressed by the creativity and confidence of York students. They're often the ones making new opportunities and breaking new ground. Just a few examples of musical careers started at York. From left to right, there's Anna Meredith, a composer and a musician across multiple genres, who's had several proms commissions and who has been awarded an MBE. Tom Service, a music journalist and presenter for BBC. Rachel Wilkinson, who's a creative learning coordinator for the Britten Sinfonia. Sam Jackson, former managing editor at Classic FM and now executive vice president at Universal Music Group. Anna Beard Fernandez, a soprano specialising in contemporary music, who's worked at the Royal Opera House, among other places. And Raphael Clarkson, a composer and improviser who's performed in jazz festivals around the world and who was also very involved in education. You can read lots about our graduates on our website under the What Our Students Say tab. I should say as well that doing a music degree by no means limits you to a career in music. I'm sure you'll all have heard from others about the value of the transferable skills that you get from music. Leadership, communication, creative problem solving, teamwork, self-motivation, working to deadlines. And recent graduates now also work in journalism, school teaching, law, finance and web design, among other things. A few words now about the department facilities, which we really hope you'll have a chance to see for yourself at a later point. Our main department building is a dedicated, purpose-built space that belongs entirely to us, and we encourage students to make full use of it. We have access to more than 50 bookable spaces, open 18 hours a day for undergraduates to practice in. Students are able to book rooms of all different sizes for rehearsals. We have 2 concert halls, the 350-seater Sir Jack Lyons Concert Hall, which you can see on this slide, and the Reimer Auditorium, a smaller space designed specifically for working with surround sound, contemporary music, and detailed recording. It's also got a fantastic Fazioli grand piano. These halls are the setting for our weekly concert series that runs throughout the term, bringing internationally recognised artists into the department. Alongside this, we have 2 studios with industry-standard equipment for recording, music production and music technology more generally, along with a number of other high-end production workspaces. You can find a full list of our equipment on the music department website. Performance is central to our department. We believe that theory and practice should go together in musical study, and so we have a big team of hugely experienced instrumental and vocal teachers who come from all around the country to teach here. We also offer weekly performance classes and frequent master classes from visiting performers that you can observe or participate in. There are lots of opportunities for you to show off your performance skills too. We have a student-run lunchtime concert series that puts on 2 concerts a week, and many of our departmental ensembles perform in the evening concert series too. Let's talk a bit more about those ensembles. There's so much to choose from here, whatever style of music you're interested in and whether you're a singer or an instrumentalist or both. We have 14 different official departmental ensembles, as well as lots of other student-run ones. If you're an instrumentalist, there are orchestras of different sizes, baroque and jazz ensembles, gamelan, chimera, which specialises in new music, piano ensemble, viol consort, flute choir, and the experimental improvisation group called The Assembled. If you're a singer, there's plenty for you too. There are choirs of all different sizes, from the massive university choir to our elite ensemble, the 24, and student-run gospel choirs and a cappella groups. A number of students also get involved as choristers at York Minster or other churches in York. There are lots of student-run groups too, putting on productions of opera and musicals every year. That's all for now. Hopefully that gives you an idea of just how much is going on in the Department of Music at York. Thank you very much for listening, and I do hope we'll have the chance to meet you in person soon. In the meantime, stay in touch with us on social media, and please do contact us if you have any questions.